day and welcome to our daily news roundup at Atlantic TV. I am Michael Gabadia. Here are our top stories. Tinubu moves for Ekwuremadu's transfer from UK to Nigeria.
Nobody does that. The man took the Arab, we will not allow because he was chief of naval staff. And they built
to enforce alcohol sachet ban by December. And on the foreign scene, President Trump declares the economy is strongest it has ever been. And talking sport, Palladino takes charge at Atlanta on a 3-year deal. Now to the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has dispatched a high-level delegation to London to discuss the possible transfer of former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekwuremadu to Nigeria to complete his prison sentence. The Nigerian team was later received at the Nigerian High Commission by Acting High Commissioner Ambassador Mohammed Medugu. Ekwuremadu was convicted in 2023 for organ trafficking after attempting to facilitate a kidney transplant in London for his daughter using a 21-year-old Lagos street vendor. He is currently serving a 9-year, 8-month sentence under UK's Modern Slavery Act. His wife, Beatrice, who was sentenced to 4.5 years, was released earlier this year and has since returned to Nigeria. The case has drawn global attention and triggered intense diplomatic dialogue between Abuja and London over prisoner exchange and justice cooperation. While talks are still at the exemplary stage, Nigerian government insists that the request aligns with the International Prison Transfer Convention, a move it says is rooted in justice and compassion. The delegation, led by Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga and Attorney General Lateef Fagbemi, met with officials of the UK Ministry of Justice on Monday. The talk focused on a potential bilateral agreement that will allow the embassy London to serve its remaining term. The Minister of State for Education, Suwaba Ahmed, has called on school principals nationwide to encourage the positive and responsible use of artificial intelligence in classrooms. She made the appeal in Lagos at the 2025 Annual General Meeting of Principals of Federal Unity Colleges. The Lagos meeting brought together principals from 115 Federal Unity Colleges and top education officials. Director of Senior Secondary Education, Binta Abdulkadri, said the forum is designed to enhance principals' capacity and promote full ethical curriculum coverage. She noted that restraining and pair learning would help schools embrace digitalization and strengthen management standards. The 5-day conference continues in Lagos with sections in innovation, leadership, and classroom technology, all aimed at repositioning secondary education for national development. Ahmed explained that AI is now part of the new digital technology subject reintroduced under the reviewed secondary school curriculum. She said government is adopting a gradual approach, training teachers, providing digital tools, and ensuring facilities are available for smooth implementation. There was drama in Abuja as the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, clashed with a military officer during an inspection visit to the Gaduwa district over alleged land grabbing. The exchange quickly turned heated, with Wike shouting at the officer to keep quiet, while the officer refused, insisting he is not to be silenced. Wike, visibly enraged, fired back, calling the officer a very big, before warning him to vacate the disputed land immediately. As of the time of the report, neither the Nigerian military nor the FCT has issued an official statement. Land disputes have been a recurring challenge in the capital, and since assuming office, Wike has led an aggressive campaign against illegal property development. Encroachment and abuse of Abuja Master Plan, the confrontation, has sparked mixed reaction among Nigerians, with many calling for calm and due process in resolving the long-running problem of land grabbing in the FCT.
took the Arab, we will not allow because he was chief of naval staff. And they built to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop
sir,
that?
You get the
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, put
sir. I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir,
I was in school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you keep quiet? Get a big food.
I'm not
You are a big fool.
I'm not a fool,
You
sir.
can shoot anybody like that.
Sir, I'm not
You
a
are the
fool.
fool.
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I graduated, you were in primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
For which order? I just, you will see whether you will not live here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and put up your
I'm an officer. I'm not a fool, sir. I'm an officer.
You will have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We are acting on orders.
Go and develop your let me see you.
Regular officer, I want to come and complain.
We are going to get out.
The viral video shows a visibly angry minister confronting the officer, accusing him of illegal taking possession of land linked to a former chief of naval staff. The officer, dressed in camouflage, insisted that the acquisition was legal and claimed he acted with integrity. Away from that, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control says it will begin full enforcement of a ban on alcoholic beverages in sachet and bottles smaller than 200 milliliters from December 2025. Adeyeye described the proliferation of small-size alcoholic drink as a growing public health menace linked to addiction, road crashes, domestic violence, and school dropout. She explained that the new enforcement date follows a Senate resolution urging stricter control over products. The NAFDAC boss recalled that the agency had earlier agreed with industry stakeholders on a phased withdrawal, but insisted this December deadline will be final, with no further extension. She emphasized that the decision is not punitive, but a protective step to safeguard public health and the future of young Nigerians. Manufacturers and distributors have been directed to comply fully before the enforcement date. From December, sachet and small bottle alcohol will be off the shelves, a move NAFDAC says is critical to saving lives and promoting responsible consumption nationwide. NAFDAC Director General Professor Mojoshola Adeyeye made this known during a press briefing in Abuja, warning that the era of cheap, high alcoholic sachet drinks will soon end as part of measures to curb abuse among youths and drivers. The Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria says it's set to integrate Islamic finance service into the nation's financial reporting system, a move expected to align Nigerians' accounting practice with global Islamic finance standard. The FRC boss explained that Nigerians' growing Islamic finance banking is also a major one, as it indeed affects more. Spanning Sukuk bond, non-interest banking, takaful insurance, and ethical investment had made it necessary to adopt consistent and global comparable reporting standard. They said the framework would complement existing IFRS models while providing dedicated guidance for Islamic contracts and instruments. Vice President Kashim Shettima, represented by his advisor on economic affairs, Dr. Tope Fasu, described Islamic finance as a powerful ally in promoting fairness and shared prosperity. Also speaking, the 14th Emir of Kano and former CBN Governor Mohammed Sanusi II welcomed the move, stressing that Islamic finance focuses on real job-creating assets like roads, power, and digital framework, key to unlocking a $1 trillion Nigerian economy. The announcement comes weeks after the National Assembly approved President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's request to issue a $500 million sovereign sukuk, a sign that Islamic finance is becoming a major pillar in Nigeria's economic diversification drive. The Council Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Rabiu Olowo, announced this in Lagos at the 7th African Islamic Finance Conference, saying the adoption of standards from the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions will strengthen transparency and also boost investors' confidence. We need to go on a break now, but when we come back, news across the world as well as business and sport news. Join us again.
When the lights go out, who do you call? Ticado! Ticado Energy Solutions Limited, your plug for electrical power, surveillance system, and entertainment. From expert electrical installation to efficient eco-friendly solar inverter systems, no matter the size. Ticado delivers smart energy solutions designed for today and tomorrow. We also help you secure your space with our cutting-edge security and surveillance system. Enjoy crystal clear entertainment with our professional DSTV and cable TV installation. Visit Ticado today at Block F4, Suite 41 and 42, HFP East Line Plaza, Abraham Adesanya, Ajah, Lagos. Or call 0906 902 5025 or 0815 176 6817. Explore our services at ticado.com.ng. Ticado Energy Solutions Limited. Power, protection, peace.
Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. Former U.S. President Donald Trump says the American economy is the strongest it has ever been, despite growing criticism over rising costs and the prolonged government shutdown. Trump blamed Democrats and Federal Reserve Chair Jeremy Powell for what he called false economic alarms. The interview aired as the U.S. Senate voted to end the longest government shutdown in the nation's history. Trump also dismissed affordability concerns, describing the housing crisis as a con job by the Democrats. He further claimed the introduction of 50-year mortgage was no big deal, insisting the economy remained resilient despite public frustration. While Trump insists the American economy is thriving, critics say his claims overlook widespread inflation and labor strain, setting the stage for another heated economic debate ahead of the 2026 midterm. During the exclusive interview, Trump defended his handling of healthcare and air traffic control crisis, promising a new plan he dubbed the Trump Care to give citizens more control over their health insurance. He also said air traffic controllers who walked through the shutdown could receive a $10,000 bonus, though he did not specify where the funds will come from. Away from that, now to the sporting scene, there's a new man in charge at Atlanta. The Italian Serie A side has appointed Palladino as their new head coach, signing a contract that runs until June 2027. Palladino joins Atlanta after a spell with Fiorentina, where his attacking style and focus on youth earned widespread praise. Atlanta CEO Luco Paccaris says the club is confident Palladino's vision will continue the progress La D has made in Italy and Europe. His first assignment steadying the team's Serie A campaign and preparing them for their European challenge. The appointment signals a fresh chapter in the Bergamo as Atlanta look to recover the form that made them one of Italian's most exciting teams in recent seasons. The 41-year-old replaces Ivan Duric, who was dismissed on Monday following the disappointing run of form that culminated in a 3-0 loss at home defeat to newly promoted Sassuolo. Still talking sport, Chelsea's Trevan Chalobah has been drafted into England squad to replace injured Crystal Palace defender Mark Guehi ahead of the team's final World Cup qualifiers. Chalobah, who made his England debut early this year under manager Thomas Tuchel, has enjoyed a strong season for Chelsea, appearing in nearly every match as the Blues sit third in the Premier League and progress in both the Carabao Cup and Champions League. Guehi's injury came during Crystal Palace Conference League clash against AZ Alkmaar, ruling him out for the international duty. Meanwhile, Newcastle manager Eddie Howe confirmed that Anthony Gordon and goalkeeper Nick Pope will also miss the qualifiers through injury, with more charges to Gareth Southgate's squad expected in the coming days. England has already sealed qualification for next summer World Cup, and Chalobah call-up offers him another chance to impress in the international stage. The 26-year-old is expected to join up the Three Lions for their match against Albania and Serbia, though the Football Association is yet to issue an official confirmation. Now, that sporting news brings the end of the news right here on Atlantic TV. I will also implore you that if you have any newsworthy reports, we'll do well if you send them to our social media platform, and we'll be more than happy to have them. I still remain Michael Gobadia. Bye for now.